Makes me think of that book of Adrian Richards, Diving into the Wreck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The title. But diving in, yes. Here are a few of my books. This one's called The Migrant State, so it's an obsession of mine, the migrant states, and this is sort of my book addressing Walt Whitman in many ways throughout that book. And then Origami is the translation of Manuel Ulacia, a wonderful Mexican poet. This is one of my books in Spanish, Isleño, Poesía Reunida. So it's just the books that I have with me, but I'm actually going to read from a new book which I don't yet have, called Powet Nan Po A, Poet of the Port. So it's a bilingual Asian Creole English book being published by Mad Hat Press. And I have flyers about the book if anyone's interested in getting a copy later. I'm also a publisher with Sarah at Beltway Editions, and we're very, very thrilled with the books we're publishing there this last year. So have a look at beltwayeditions.com. Our most recent books are a book of poems by Safia Jama, Crowded House, and then Jonathan Harrington's selected poems. An obsession of mine since childhood was when I met as a boy my great uncle, Tommy Mutu, who founded Poetry London during the war in England, and he then founded the Lyrebird Press. And so the idea of writing poetry and then publishing other poets and publishing magazines. So Sarah and I have been working together on Beltway Poetry Quarterly as well. So and the press. So it's just part of this community enterprise, which is writing poetry. Let me just read you a few of these poems. I'll read you a couple of them in Creole, so you have just to hear the sounds. This one's called Révolution Pensée, a revolutionary thought overheard. I'll read the English and then the Creole. A revolutionary thought overheard. My idea is not complicated, dear foreigner. Haiti is the center of the universe, and Creole the official language for all authorities, United Nations, International Criminal Court, for all kinds of crimes, and NASA as well, because as you surmise, to fight future wars, we will need codes that not everybody knows, which is why I'm leaving Creole with you, your call, as code language to explore space for new commands in war, dearest Haiti, great country, center of my head. Révolution Pensée. L'idée n'est pas compliquée, mon cher blanc. Haïti, c'est son l'univers, puis langue créole, langue officielle pour toute autorité, Nations Unies, tribunal criminel international, sous n'importe quel crime. Et puis autorité NASA, tout, parce que ou connaît pour laguer dans l'avenir, nous pral besoin code qui pas tout monde connaît. C'est pour ça que je mets créole là à disposition langue code, langue pour exploration espace, pour la loguer, Haïti chéri, gros pays, mitan tête manage. I do not want to feel sad thinking of the last family member, last bird, last time I can see a mountain covered with ice. But when you do not write, at least I can compose a poem, and for a few minutes visit another world where I know how to manage rain and sun. Gérer, mon pavle sentim triste, mon pavle penser à dernière mam famine, derniers oiseaux, dernière fois où mon acte glace, même les ou pas écrit mon moine, pas composé bel poème pour quelques minutes, m'a visité l'autre monde, côté m'ka gérer et puis contrôler la vie ak soleil là. If you know French, you'll hear the connections to Creole, you know, soleil, for example, which in French would be soleil as well, but spelled differently in Creole. This book had a lot to do with the month of August. You know, it was the month I was scheduled to leave Haiti. I was working in Haiti from 2014 to 2017. And I started writing these poems in Creole in about 2016. So that last year was a year of saying goodbye, and I'd fallen in love in Haiti with the place, with the people, in love in all senses of the word, and it was such a difficult thing to leave. So Moi Doute, there's an album, you can listen on Spotify if you like, it's called Rencontre Doute. I recorded in Haiti with musician friends, and some of these poems actually exist on that album in Creole. You can hear the music as well. Rencontre Doute, which is a play on words. It means meeting in August, also meeting with doubt. Rencontre, doute, doubt, and doubt, which is August. August has come without a breeze or lightning, without a protest in the streets. We waited for this August since finishing the manuscript, before my leaving for the other side, falling in love with another girl. August can arrive again for somebody else. August means nothing to readers not aware that August has arrived. Then it will go. Bye-bye. See you later. Take my hat. In Haiti, there's a saying, the pays sans chapeau. You don't want to go there without your hat on, because that's where you imagine it's crossing the river, going to the other side. So keep your hat on, which is why I now wear my hat whenever I can, even on the subway. But sometimes I start sweating under my hat, and I have to just accept that sweat as the price of staying alive. We are spirit, we are king. You cannot deny my identity. I am there even if I'm not there. I'm in your head, in the memory of the country. Even if you have never met me, I am there because my Sri Lankan brothers served on the island as UN peacekeepers. The whole world came to Haiti to save us from gangs. The island is very important, responsibility of foreign countries. We once produced profits far greater than the 13 British colonies in the United States. We have a history that makes us proud, and a culture, dance, music, spirits in our own style. We're not like other islands. We're not broken down, broken up. We're Haiti. We're proud. We say hello with our head held up. Identity is the most important therapy and tool to reply to the sea when it decides to rage against us, to drown everything. It cannot destroy this pride in our head. So whatever you read about Haiti, just always remember the pride of the people. It lifts you up. Meditation en bas pied bois. So meditation under the tree. I think of you at every moment of the day, even if there are others in the world, other wars to fix. It is always like this. Inspiration takes blood, sweat, absolute compromise until love arrives, because we are exhausted from running fast, pressed in the course that life sets. Stop already. Take a breath. We are there, even if in our heads we visited the country without a hat. Even if obsession with love flourishes in your poem, because the poet maudit must write about the flower wilted, punched, destroyed. Or perhaps one can change themes like a lizard its skin. I sit in the leaves of the tree. I am waiting for you. Nobody can see me except you, because I think I see you still. Thank you. Now, the first song on that album, by the way, Rencontre Doute, is called Haitian. And so here's the translation that I made. Well, sometimes you're a one-man band or a one-woman band or a one-person band or whatever, because you just can't find the translator, and the translator does not live next door. You just have to. So anyway, I translated these poems. Haitian, how are you? You write in our language and you love with our words. You defy despair with a backpack full of proverbs. You dance compas, you sit beside the sea with a rum and a smile in this forgotten island that advances just a little after remembering gulf, pit and death. Haitian, stick around here with us. When I talk about gulf and pit and death, one thinks of the the earthquake of 2010 that killed so many, 300,000, and then there was another earthquake when I worked in Haiti. It was also devastating in the south of the country, and but anyway, so it's just part of the sort of the the mind when one thinks of Haiti. But Haitien, comment nous y? Means Haitian, how are you? Comment nous y? Sak passe, it's another way to say hello. Ou écrit nan langwen, et puis ou remène ak bon nous, ou défier désespoir, qui en macoute plein pauvre, ou danser comme pas, ou chitabo la main, yon wom, et puis yon souris nan zile oubli, qui avance yon petit grâce, après mémoire gouffre, tout l'amour haïtien. Retiez c'est là avec nous. I had a wonderful experience when I first got to Port-au-Prince, and I went to an art gallery, and the gallery owner, also a writer, her name was Marie-Alice Deard, she said, you know, I was born in this country about 500 years ago, and I was just coming back. She was a diviner or something, so it stayed with me. I'm not sure, I've lost track of time, but I'll read a few more poems. I'm okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Relative. I need to write in my private journal that I returned from the other side of the water without anything serious, except for a few cigarettes smoked. I exercised and did not eat a lot, and tomorrow I will begin my regime again without tobacco, without fat, but always with love. My life has gone well compared to some other in Port-au-Prince who received a bullet in his head on the weekend, who lost his job, who did some nonsense with rum, who the doctor diagnoses with cancer in the blood, who will see his life finish before the year ends. Yes, my life is going really well. Anyway, inevitably, as you're an observer and with a ticket out, you compare apples and oranges or something. But then you think of crazy things like this is the universe, is here, the whole universe, this is the island. This one's called Universal Island. Will you give me a discharge? My stay will end, heartbroken, friendships built even so, belly not big enough to keep all the marvelous food Haiti has fed me. Strong sun this morning, wind up to sweet body and spirit, door open, cemetery full of memories, but always the story of the return, as long as I can walk, and even afterwards in a wheelchair, like so many other Haitians on the flight from Miami to Port-au-Prince. The island song is stronger than me. My father died on the other side. The other side for me is an idea from the Old Testament. Everybody is somebody, every island is Haiti. When I lived in and I knew two Jesuits, both of whom and cooked food for me and helped me with my house. I guess it was a privilege. I mean, I had a housekeeper, and Jesula, I wrote this poem for her, which is also on the album. Jesula would come every other day to wash my clothes and prepare my food, dishes spiced with chilies from my island. When she washed by hand, she took care with the beauty of each cloth. When she finished ironing, they became like they were on the first day I found them. Jesula, you know the bicycle my little boy would ride? You can take it now. The fact that your son will ride the bike means that life will go on, and my goodbye take place in peace, unafraid. So Jesula, I hear from her occasionally. So, you know, life goes on in Haiti, you know, despite all that you read in the papers. And of course, some Haitians have come here, thanks to Joe Biden's policies. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity, because it is a country where you could walk out the door and not come back or be kidnapped. So that's why there's this whole movement to get an international force to help the Haitian police administer, especially the city of Port-au-Prince. Let me finish with a poem. There's one, I'm sorry, this is not the book you see, so it's a little bit disordered. I have to go through. But the book will be available very soon. I have, as I mentioned, some flyers. If you're interested, I can give you that. Brezo. Brezo is a bow tie. And this, talking about the book, this poem is appropriate, as you'll hear. Bow tie. With money the book will bring, I will buy a new bow tie and call a taxi to go to the airport, take a flight to my childhood island to ask the elephants there if they still want to know why I left the sun, if they still want to know why I left, why the sun rises over the American island, why I write my voyage in a big new boat. And I think I'll finish with this one. Dans avocate fini. The avocado season is over. If I knew how to market my music, this would be the #1 hit. You have to listen. So you can listen on Apple Music or wherever. Dans avocate fini. Dans avocate fini. Pi belle fille nan villa ap marié ak moun lot bo. Frem occupé ak manuscrit. Don pour partager l'idée d'un livre de aller nan payer son chapeau. Accepter réalité, pas vivre plus dans fantasy. Ou gen quelques années, men seul toi en créole. Ou gen toute yon vie devant penser, réfléchir, dit toute nouveau famille, félicitations, bonne chance. Et puis écrit l'autre fois, souviens en Haïti, les avocats fleuris. Les avocats fleuris. The avocado season is over. The season of avocados is over. The most beautiful girl in town is about to marry a man across the water. My brother is busy with his manuscript. Time to share ideas in a book has gone to the country without a hat. Accept reality. Don't live anymore in fantasy. You're getting along in years, but are only 3 in Creole. You have a great long life ahead. Think, reflect, tell all the new families congratulations, good luck. Then write again about your life in Haiti when the avocado was in bloom. Merci en pile. Thank you very much.